My name is Renison Jeffrey, and this is the Workers' Rights Platform. We are broadcasting live on the Workers' Rights Network. Now, we are not wary in overstating the facts that the Pitch Lake is one of the 8 wonders of the world, and it is housed in this country in the area of Brea. Now, anyone in this country, from the time they come to library, they just be shocked. You know what has shocked them? The road infrastructure. Knowing well that the bitraments from the Pitch Lake does pave roads all over the year. In fact, Lake Asphalt have a slogan that we pave one road at a time. I mean, that mightn't be the actual wording, but they take pride in being the one that is responsible for most. Lake Asphalt take pride in being a contributory to paving roads all over the world. But what happened to home? And more importantly, Lake is a tourist attraction. Now, Randoll Mitchell would have taken advantage of the factor that people in Labrador religiously vote PNM. So he tossed himself on the people of Labrador. And one could ask themselves the question, how come? Because at the end of the day, you would have been occupying an office as the minister in the Ministry of Tourism, and no infrastructure would have built around one of the most, known tourist attractions in things like hotel, restaurants, and these sorts of things. In terms of upgrading the area, we also have another tourist attraction in this area, which is the volcano. People from all over the world come and dig there. There's spiritual, nuances, a matter of fact, that align itself with the bathing in the volcano. But we're talking about Labrador. Now, the people of Labrador also is living in certain conditions that, sub-conditions. And I and Sheldon Can would have been on the streets. We have a lot of interview that we will be posting on this platform in the future with people talking about Labrador. But we would have went wrong and see the conditions, and we asking ourselves, what are the people of Labrador celebrating? It have 2 industrial estates, and they have been locked out at not just one, but the 2. The people of Labrador would have sent a strong message that they don't want Randoll Mitchell dummy. But yet still, the PNM administration keep on forcing whatever candidate they wish on the people in this area. It was said that they could park crapo in a soup and the people would vote for them. Is that what you want to be said about your area? Or is that we are responsible people in this area and this is what we can produce? A thriving tourism industry that is all about the Caribbean, our neighbors benefit from it. Why not Trinidad? Why not Tobago? Tobago, yes, but why not us? We are one island. Again, pay attention to this interview, and this is just a taste of what the people of Labrador have to offer. And again, to you who are listening to this, be a conscious voter in this election coming forward, because I and my team will continue to bring the facts and fight for you. Thanks for watching. I was on the show already, but I hear a song last night that I want to hear. Yeah, son, I feel this man are the best crime fighting solution ever. The man come up with it. So I comment the paper.
Yeah, my brother.
I comment direct to you here.
Yeah. I want to hear that song that you know that you.
Well, you know this song is completely finished, but I'll give you 2 votes, right?
Give me 2
What are
votes.
they? Well, the way we see the situation going on with the crime thing, you understand? Talking about we hear in this, we hear in that. We come and we hear the lock up the commissioner. You understand? So I said a little advice to the minister, national security as a black man on the street.
But Calypso was always something people just send nice messages in it. You know, little peacock now.
Yeah. So this is what I have to offer. To the Minister of National Security. Please, Mr. Minister, please listen to me. Them criminals and them rough police are ready yet. Bring out a unit and call it CPEP. And you go see how fast the crime rate go stop. Cause when CPEP come, they come to clean up. All the raping and kidnapping is bound to stop. When CPEP come, they come to clean up. Time for change, they go to see some good police work. When CPEP come, they come to clean up. 2002, CPEP come on the scene. 225, they had the place clean. If they could clean up the country all the time. Give CPEP a little chance to let them handle crime. And all them big boys who play in the fool at the top. You go see them passing on the rubbish truck. So all the raping and kidnapping is bound to stop. When CPEP come, they come to clean up. Time for change, they go to see some good police work. When CPEP come to be continued.
Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. More importantly, morning citizens at Library. So this morning, we're on the stretch in Library here. And this week, we would have seen some houses in Arima. Let's allow that gentleman with the lovely car to pass. Probably going on the beach, or probably going on the pitch lake. Right? So anyway, we'll do a video on that next time. So this week, we will have seen some of our fellow citizens' houses being demolished. And in watching the video, I was quietly thinking to myself that this could happen to some of my friends in Brea. Because, as you know, the majority of the people who live in Brea, they don't have deed for their land. I think it's lease land, or it falls under the same squatting principles. So yesterday, we would have had a meeting, and I would have asked friends of mine, you know, in Brea, do you feel that the same thing could happen to you? And they would have said, no, it can't happen, you know. You know, various people said what they would do if that happened to them. And my question to them was, those people that was jumping up behind Randoll Mitchell when he got appointed, you think when they were jumping up, of course I knew, but I was looking at the people in the video and I'm thinking to myself that they resemble the people that were jumping up behind Randoll Mitchell. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, if they had done that the same day that Randoll Mitchell was appointed, and they came home from the rally and saw the house being broken down, if they would have felt that same ecstasy that I saw them hugging up Randoll with. Because that is the point I'm trying to make. This is the next point I wanted to make. This year is a friend of mine who went Vestini school with me and ran taxi. And I was asking my MP about that. I'm saying, why it is you have persons living in your community that have the potential and there's no training to take care of that person. Morning, Chad. So yesterday I was, if you want you can speak to Chad because there's a question I want to. Chad went Vestini. You're running taxi now. It's not to undermine Chad, it's not to degrade him. But the question I'm trying to pose So he went Vestini yesterday. He spoke to the MP. The MP know him. He trying to represent his community by getting a football field. So he has the tenacity, he has the will, he has the know-how, he wants to do better. What is there in place? PNM have been in government for the last 60-something years now. What is there in place for persons who have all that energy, have all that ability? So what are you telling me? So you're trying to tell me that Chad is he's a dropout. What is it really saying about the system that the PNM has been in government for some 60-something years? You have been in government. You have been in government, Mr. Minister. You have been in government, Mr. MP. You have been in government, Mr. Councillor. There's nobody else you could blame by. Don't tell me that about UNC. I don't want to hear that, you know. I don't want to hear about no UNC. Chad cannot go home and tell his wife and his friend that he is the man in charge.
I'm sure Chad might want to say something. Yeah, so I feel better give me my...
He is the man in charge. If you are the man in charge, don't tell me that... Yeah, I don't want the excuses. I am fed up the excuses. And yesterday I had this conversation with other friends after we left the meeting, and they are saying that here what's going on this year, boy, we not voting PN. Because every 5 years is the same thing. You don't see your MP until it's close to the election. And then there's a whole set of promise. They get back in the office, you don't see them again, Casper. And then the next 5 years they come again.
You keep on jumping out of the frame, man.
Well, that is what them just do. Them just keep on jumping out of your life. And then election time, they come in to give you all the excuses why you should vote them back in office. You know, why you should vote them. And, hey, yes, girl. You see, look, that woman there, she buy a car by me. She running taxi. So, what you're trying to say, she doesn't have ambitions. She doesn't want to do better. But where is the minister yesterday say he spent $600 million in the last 5 years? Where that money? $28 million on youth camp. You see that money, Chad? Every day I just go by Curtis. And he just asked me that, where that $28 million?
I would like it to write the number for the man, let the man go ahead and do the trip.
Anyway.
He might miss 2 customers going down the road.
Anyway.
He go miss 2 customers.
Yeah. Anyway, the point... Anyway, thank you, Ernest, for bringing me back on point. Anyway, the concern, as I said, that I had watching that video, watching those 2 videos. First, the video where the people were hugging up Randoll Mitchell from a place like this. So 60, and I wanted to ask the minister that, you know. I wanted to ask the minister, as a black man, in a black man party, that all you profess is black people party. As a black man in a black people party, and you has been in power for the majority of the time that we have independence, do you feel that your party has failed the black man? That is the question I wanted to ask the minister, but I will ask him that next time. Because that meeting is the first of many meetings I'm sure that the MP will be having and other members of parliament will be having, and we will be coming to ask you those questions. As black people, do you feel that you have failed your supporters? Because you can't tell me you're in charge and your supporters living under these conditions. What have you been putting in place? We have had 2 oil booms. You're boasting that Trinidad is the largest economy in the Caribbean. You're boasting that you're traveling, yet you can't find the solutions. And the buck talks doesn't stop with you, and it's the administration that you belong. So then are you saying that your administration is a failure? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Then if your administration is a failure, then why are you coming to me to ask me to vote for you? If you are admitting to me that the problem doesn't stop with you, and you are having problems because your administration is the problem, then why you want me to vote for your administration? Then are you admitting that you are as frustrated as me and I should look for somebody else to vote for?
Yeah, that question we should leave it to him, because don't try to answer it for him.
All right.
You understand? Don't make him the wiser.
Well, as again, my name is Sheldon Khan. We in the district of Brea, and today is Saturday. When you go down the stretch here, you will come to the Brea Pitch Lake. If you want to get your skin smooth like me, I'm 55 years old. So if you want to get yourself smooth and looking nice like me, come and bathe here once a week. Trust me. You understand? We out.